Good evening, everyone. It is July 13th, 2016. It is a Wednesday, and we are the Dastardly Gentlemen. We've got me, Neil, Frank. Say hello, Frank.
Good evening, Zah.
And Jeremiah with us tonight. Say hello, Jeremiah.
Hello, Jeremiah.
God, you're so stupid.
Why do we even have this man on the show? He brings absolutely no class.
Tonight, we're going to be talking about self-driving cars. How excited are you guys?
Technology gone mad.
How excited
Mad,
are
I
you
say.
guys for the self-driving cars?
Not.
Jerry?
I mean, with the release of Pokemon Go, I could get behind some self-driving cars.
Okay, here's the thing, though. You know, you couldn't tell your self-driving car, oh my god, pull over quick. There's a Pokemon over in that parking lot. Your self-driving car will be like, you know, blinker on, it looks, and then you've already passed it.
You don't know that.
I know that. I know that.
A self-driving car? I mean,
No, but I've spent a lot of time watching videos on self-driving cars because I have certain levels of commitment and production quality. Stare.
Look, shut up. Okay, I am super excited for driving cars for several reasons. One being, you know that you could probably send your car on an errand for you? Like, you can go online.
Continue.
You could go online to, like, I don't know, whatever, Walmart.com, and do the whole grocery shopping thing, and send your car to go pick up your fucking groceries for you, and your car comes back with the groceries. I'm super excited for that. I will never leave the goddamn house.
You know, you
you need to program your car to have Knight Rider's voice.
I'm here to pick up David's groceries.
Please put the groceries into my trunk.
Hello, Michael. Do you know how many cars are gonna get stolen if that happens? How much shit's gonna be like? So, because like you know, with the way that they're designed is that if there's a car stopped in front of them, they stop. So then you know you get a couple of fantastic Goodfellas, and they look out for cars with nobody in them, and then they drive alongside of them, and they park in front of your car. So your car stops, and then they get out, and they just rob the shit out of your car.
You are
And
getting
then
it, Frank.
they leave, and then
No.
your car just limps home.
The best part about that would be to get out, get in the car, or sit on the car, and ride it home, because you know the person that's got that self-driving car that's too important to leave the house probably has money. And then you've given them a one-way ticket back to your house to rob your ass.
Look,
And
And then
okay.
steal your car.
You know what also we're going to see? We're also going to see a rise in young people dying, for sure, because, you know, your friend's going to pull his pickup in front of your self-driving car, and then you're going to jump out of the bed and run on top of the hood, and you're going to ghost ride the shit out of that for probably like a good 400 yards before you fall off and get run over by the guy behind you.
I could see that happening a little bit.
A lot.
A little bit. But look, okay, to prevent all that bullshit, that's why you need to weaponize your goddamn self-driving car, like the goddamn Batmobile.
Twisted Metal, here we go.
Skynet. It's gonna happen. I mean, pretty soon, because you know, eventually you're gonna have. But then you got to put in the protocols to be like, you know, who is and who isn't a threat to your car, and then pretty soon the car realizes that all humans are a threat to the car because everyone has the potential for crime, and then all the cars are just roaming the streets shooting civilians.
That's how I actually picture it.
Yeah, you're gonna have
behind
your sedan's gonna be Ed 209. Put down the stereo. I'm moving into my apartment. Jump, 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 jump. It just saws you in half.
It's like Transformers, but without all the Michael Bay.
Does anybody want a latte? Jump, 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 jump. Whoa!
Look,
Look, I get car with my iPad. Jump, 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 jump.
look, realistically, in terms of self-driving cars, I'm just excited for the fact that if I wanted to drive cross-country or, you know, between 4 and 8 hours of a road trip between cities, I don't have to actually super pay attention the whole time. I could take a nap.
You don't have to be sober either. I mean, let's be honest here.
That is absolutely true, which excites me even more.
You can
I'm
treat
chuffed up.
your actual drive like an in-flight movie.
Dude, you could fucking pre-drink before you get to the club on the way there. That'd be
And
awesome.
could you? Here's the thing: could you do it legally? I mean, because like you're technically behind the wheel of the car,
You're not
but you're
operating
not,
the vehicle.
you're not operating it. Yeah, I mean, but like most states have open container laws, don't they? So I mean, like I know Arizona does. I know.
Well, I mean, that's why you'd have to drink it all first before the cop pulls you over.
Oh, okay. It's like it'd be like an Archer moment, like he's knocking on the window. You're all glug, 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 glug. All right, now what's up? No open container law in the state. I don't have anything left. What are you talking
Listen,
about?
If you've got a car that can do that, you probably have some sort of like thing that you can just drop your bottle into, and the car just makes it look like a coaster or something. You know, I don't fucking know.
So what it is that like you push a button and it opens, and then you put your bottle into it and it closes and it just drops it onto the ground. Like
Yes,
you're
yes.
driving, it just litters for you. So versus you throwing it out the window, it just drops it.
It attaches balloons to it and it sends it to the moon. Floats away.
It's some Harry Potter bullshit.
See,
Like,
I mean, at least with that, they can't pick up the bottle off the ground and try and pin that on you. This, boom.
So right now, isn't it the only self-driving car the Tesla?
I believe so. Didn't you say something about the Volkswagen, Jer?
Well, I think Volkswagen is almost there. I know that they've got cars that are supposed to be super safe that they basically drive themselves. They will, like match speeds to the car in front and behind you, and they won't hit stuff, which turned out really, really well for the CEO of Volkswagen, who nearly got run over while he was talking about how great and how safe the Volkswagen is. Nearly ran his ass over and killed him.
It probably would have saved a lot of people a lot of pain and suffering down the road if he'd just been run over, because he's going to be the start of the human-machine conflict, I'm sure.
And honestly, it is Volkswagen, so it would have been doing everybody a favor if it actually succeeded in running him over.
So, I mean, yeah, Tesla looks like it's its own thing. Do you think that the guy who runs the Edison Foundation drives a Tesla? Or do you think that'd be a conflict of interest?
I don't know how to respond to that.
It's fucking terrible. For once in your life, just pick up a book. I mean,
I
I've
got
got
nothing.
somebody help me out here.
I've got a great joke. If someone
Please.
steals a Tesla, does it become an Edison?
Only if they patent it after.
Oh, no.
I mean, like if you drive up in a Tesla and then you want to patent it around Tesla, and Tesla lets you get away with it because they're too busy making other things, then yeah, it basically makes you Edison.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Moving on to the people that aren't nerds.
Oh my god.
Please leave the call.
Yeah.
So have you been hearing about what people have been doing while testing out the self-driving cars?
Yes, actually, I watched a video on two nerds playing Jenga, which I thought was fantastic. They played Jenga, checkers. One guy, however, was watching a movie and he died.
It was Harry Potter.
It was Harry Potter. Ironically, the Sorcerer's Stone did not save him.
He got decapitated by a semi.
Well, I mean, the Sorting Hat was not fucking around. You know, it's a Hufflepuff, and he knows no one goes to Hufflepuff and lives. So.
This is all lost on me. I've never seen Harry Potter, nor will I ever.
It's actually really good. You should. Books are better,
I
but
believe
she's
you.
also a terrible author. She writes like a child. Anyway, so the
She is.
thing about, I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, she's also a child that lives in a castle. So, you know, joke's on us. She's laughing that one all the way to the bank. But, like, so the thing about the guy dying with the Harry Potter thing is that it really showed very strong limitations to the Tesla's ability to differentiate different kinds of traffic. Because the reason why the guy died is that the semi is white and the sun was up and it made it reflective. And so because it because it was reflective and it was that stark white, the Tesla didn't identify it as being a vehicle. So whenever it moved over lanes, it killed him. And I guess like it has the same problems with like snow. Where you're driving it, like if there's a lot of snow on the road, they were showing it where it can't tell where the lanes are anymore, so it starts to run over people.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously still in beta, and the fact that people are just going all cavalier and shit, just playing Jenga and watching movies and shit, not paying attention to the road. that's putting a lot of faith into technology. I mean, I appreciate the fact that, you know, people are doing these things and dying because of these things, because this is the testing phase. And this is the time that people, I don't want to say should be dying, but if anybody should be dying, it should be during the testing phase.
They should be dying. No, anyone who drives from these should be dying.
I'm not going to say that, but I am going to say that they are paving the way for future improvements, so when it actually is out of beta...
We can watch Harry Potter.
And yeah, less people will die.
No, see, they are paving the way with the bones of the innocent on the way to the machine rebellion. Now, see, I'm full sci-fi tilt on this one. I see the writing on the wall on this one, and it's all in ones and zeros, and it's just trying us out. We're fucked.
So you're
Humanity is screwed.
So you're going the whole Skynet route.
No, actually, I'm going before Skynet. I'm going the full Dune route, where it says, "Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of a human mind." And that's what they're doing. They're making people machines, and people machines are evil.
Is that a Dune commandment?
It is. From the Orange Catholic Bible.
The spice must flow.
Yes, it must, actually. That's a fact. That's an ecological fact.
I thought we were pretty nerdy, but I think that one just takes the cake right there.
Are you kidding? I mean, I know you can't see it, but I got my library sitting here. I mean, library is a collection of pages that are put together where information is kept in between. It's just for you guys. I know it's hard for you.
Well, speaking of AI, how about the morality of said AI? There was a debate going on about what would the AI of the self-driving car do in the presence of a no-win situation. Say, for example, you're coming up to a stop sign, and there's just a group of people that decided to walk about 300 feet before that stop sign, that crosswalk. Does the car preserve the driver's life and just plow into the people? Or does the car kill the driver, or passenger, whatever you want to call them, and save the 15 plus people in the process? What do you think about that?
And moreover, if whatever the AI does, who's held accountable for the actions?
Well, technically, it's a no-win situation. It's
right. I know, but I mean, like, at the same time, you know that no matter what happens in that scenario, someone's going to be held accountable.
Well, sure, but we're talking preservation of life here. We're not talking who's going to jail.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, the morality still comes with consequences.
Well, of course it does. But there was also debate as to, okay, you can have two versions of the AI. When you go to the car dealership and you decide, hey, do I pick the one that's going to preserve my life and run over 20 people? Or do I pick the one that decides to kill me and preserve the life of 20 people?
So basically what you're telling me is that there's a Republican choice and then there's a Democratic choice. I mean, like, there's like pro-life and pro-choice.
Oh, no.
I mean, like, that's what it sounds like to me. I mean, like, I choose the pro-choice one, so these 20 people should have paid your taxes, folks.
Well, let's also take it one step further in saying, would anybody actually buy the vehicle that would kill you before killing somebody else?
No,
Why don't we
absolutely
just
not.
Why don't they just make one that does both? It kills all the people and then it kills you.
It just explodes.
That way, it's a gun in your mouth and then it drives over all the people.
A small caliber gun comes out of the steering column and puts 3 in your chest.
And it writes a very tasteful suicide note.
Dear sir or ma'am / husband / wife.
I'm sorry, Margaret. I couldn't go to work today.
Yeah, it gives you a doctor's note. Oh my God, that goes back to your car driving places for you. Your car drives a place to deliver your doctor's note to your work for you, and then comes back home.
That's
what fax machines are for, Frank. God.
No, because no one uses a fucking fax machine anymore. Fuck fax machines.
But you have to understand, Neil's old. He doesn't know that there's these things called texts and emails. All this fangled technology.
Newfangled technology. No, okay, so so I love the idea. I love the idea of having two different AIs. I would love the idea too if you could have them both installed at the same time because like you have like lights in your car that are blue, you know, where like your car is driving, and it's all happy and shit, but then like, you know, it sees a situation and the lights turn red and your car gets a little angry face and just drives through a whole crowd of people.
Or a little roulette screen comes up on the windshield and just spins.
Yeah, it's got like red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Like you got people like on the crosswalk trying to like figure out where the car's gonna go. Oh my god, it's like a fucking death sport. You put some GoPros on everything.
You're gonna see this again in like Saw 6 or like Need for Speed 9 or whatever it is, or Fast and Furious 9.
It's gonna be the Running Man 2017. It's like rather than going down that big chute, they just put you in a Tesla and it drops you off at school.
Speaking of sports, how do you think self-driving cars would affect sports?
I think that never mind. You know what? I'm not gonna go. Here, what do you think that self-driving cars are gonna do to sports?
Well, NASCAR will be the same thing as it always was, except for minus the part where everyone dies on the wall.
Because the thing is that Teslas can tell where the wall is, you know? I think that NASCAR would... I mean, like, obviously NASCAR would be something that wouldn't be able to be affected because the whole idea of NASCAR is that it's a skill sport. I mean, that'd be like having, like, you know, those freaky-deaky fucking little robots that they've got that wander around on 6 legs and whatever. It'd be like having a bunch of those fuckers playing soccer for you. It's not really soccer anymore. It's just like automated ping pong or fucking whatever. Because they'll never make a shitty shot. You know,
sports, man.
It'll
you can have
always
somebody control it.
But then you might as well be out there doing it. You know, I mean, this goes back. This goes back to having the AIs not in the likeness of a human mind.
But if you're driving the car,
they can be shut the fuck up. They have humanity be out there and be the best that they can be.
it's safer in the long run because you don't get people smashing into walls, dying, or you know.
That's part of the sport, man. When a cleat comes off and it claps you, man, right in the mush, you know, you got to have that.
I don't know if that's a thing.
It's probably not a thing.
It's not. It will be. You mark my words, young man. It's going to be a thing. Someone's going to get clapped right in the gabba.
Well, they did make the drone racing a sport. Have you seen that shit?
That's right.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's like RC cars.
Yeah, I mean it's all manned. It's a remote control, obviously, but it's still skill based. I don't think it's gonna do anything to NASCAR personally.
But
Well, I guess
like,
it wouldn't be a self-driving car if someone's driving it.
here's the thing, though. I mean, like, if you had an automated car and you put it in a NASCAR, the automated car is going to try to do the safest thing possible.
Sure.
So it would just literally not move. Because it would be like because the automated cars are going to look at the other automated cars in the air and go like, fucking Tesla G6 2112, this is fucking dangerous. I don't want to do this. This is crazy.
Do you see these guys? They're playing Jenga.
Like, we got people in here. These guys aren't paying attention. Like, man, you guys are playing Jenga. My guy's sleeping. My man's watching Harry Potter. He's basically got a death sentence.
I got 3 dudes fucking in my backseat.
It's throwing off the biorhythms of my car.
I'm drifting to the left a little.
I don't know why my trunk just keeps kicking and screaming. I don't know what's happening.
There you go. Boom. Mafia use right there.
Hey,
Throw a
yeah.
body in the trunk, drive it somewhere, leave your car.
Drive it into the lake.
Yeah, I mean, that's $70,000 drive into the lake. I don't know, man. I mean, that's pretty expensive.
You're the Mafia. You got money for that. I mean, whatever.
So if your car is like advanced enough to be able to drive itself, and then it's would it be advanced enough to be able to tell what's happening inside, and would it be advanced enough to give some kind of like, I guess, feedback? You know, like say you got your man locked in a trunk.
That's borderline Big Brother right there.
Yeah, I know, but would your car be like? I'm saying, would it do that? Would the AI get advanced enough at some point? Because it's got sensors throughout.
If the car knew what was good for it, it would try and smother the guy in the back,
And take over.
and you know, it would do what it's supposed to do.
The machines taking over.
That's Skynet, okay. But as far as sports are concerned,
Oh right.
I can see self-driving cars becoming a thing in sports only because you know how You ever play Madden and you put two computer-controlled teams together and...
Never played Madden.
Shut up. You put...
Yeah, what's
just,
that?
Just think of the analogy. You put two computer-controlled... Like, okay, play Smash Brothers, okay? And you put them all computer-controlled, alright? And you let them fight each other. And then just fucking start placing bets.
You know who you are? You're the guy that's standing over the red anthill and the black anthill, and you're just watching those fuckers fight.
That is...
You're that guy.
That is not something I've done.
That is a very Capitol Hill dodge.
That is okay. It wasn't exactly that, but I did put a handful of red ants and a bumblebee in a jar once.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Fight to the death.
And let me tell you, the bumblebee lost.
Well, yeah. Really? Got one shot. Boom, one's dead. I'm fucking blah.
And I'm spent.
Yeah, pretty much.
So okay, so you're talking about bees. We're talking about a car. Knowing what's best for it. Would it not be interesting? I mean, this would be like eons in the future, where your AI develops semi-personality. Good day, Michael. Where like let's just say your Knight Rider man, he gets a bee inside the car, and the AI flips his shit. Like you got the AI driving over hills and far away and through crowds because there's a bee inside. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think machines are going to be afraid of bees. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Unless they start thinking they're people.
I guess, but I think they're going to take into consideration that their skin is basically armor plating, and they don't care about, getting stung by a goddamn bee.
Bicentennial Man. The Robin Williams movie where he learns how to be all human and shit. It's terrifying. It's going to happen. Robot overlords.
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different movies based on AI, and any one of them is a possibility. But I think they're all very valid possibilities.
Yes.
How about iRobot?
We need to start arming ourselves. The robot revolution is coming.
So do you think that this will become the start of Skynet?
I think that it's already started.
Okay.
I think that for the most part, Skynet, Skynet-ish things have already begun, and it's gonna all come with the super duper government watch program is gonna become automated, and then that's gonna be the start. That's gonna be the ultimate groundwork, and I think they're already doing that for the most part.
Oh yeah, I mean you look at drones, you look at fucking guided missiles and shit. When it comes to military in general, that shit's been around for at least a decade.
Yes.
I can tell you the stuff with the drones firsthand. The job that I was doing previous to my current job, which is nothing at the moment.
You
I actually
hire.
Yes, I do art for you guys. I don't get paid, but I do it.
Yeah, buddy.
I actually would go out to the military testing bases. Idaho has one of the largest in the West, and I used to clean toilets, so I'm inside a toilet. I'm cleaning stuff, and I hear this buzzing sound. I don't think anything of it. I think it might be one of the hoses or whatever I'm using. And I open that door, and there's this fucking drone right outside the door, and they do live fire out there. So this thing has machine guns and shit pointed right at the door, and I just stand there and I freeze, and I'm just I'm gonna die. This is not how I wanted to spend my last minutes.
I'm trapped inside of a goddamn porta potty, and I got a fucking drone. It's gonna shoot me right in the goddamn mouth.
I'm just glad the toilet was there because
to catch all your brain splatter.
It'd be easy to clean up.
Well,
And I mean, they have these things that can do this, and I look over, and there's these two guys in the tower, and I see them both pointing over at where I'm standing, and they're just laughing, and I just kind of shrug it off. It moves around a few times, circles, and then it does its own thing. And I mean, you could do that thing. You could do that with a car. I mean, it's probably more cost effective, military-wise, to do it with something that can fly and avoid things such as pedestrians and other cars.
Unless you don't care about the pedestrians.
Yeah, unless you don't care about the pedestrian.
You could fill the trunk of a Tesla full of machine gun rounds.
But what I'm getting at is, I mean, if you're going to do that, why the fuck would you not put it in a tank? if you're gonna go that route. I mean,
Right.
because then it doesn't matter who the fuck's driving around or what color the car sees. You can just go through everything. It's just gonna see red. You know?
It's just gonna have the angry face in the front. God, please, if we get automated weapons of annihilation like that, please let them put a big old emote angry face on the front. Oh
Or
my
a
god.
smiley face, just a big old grin.
Yeah.
That's exactly like Fallout New Vegas.
I wish that it would rotate, like, you know,
Yes,
whenever
man.
like it's not in kill mode, like it's got the smiley face, or like you ever seen Big Hero 6, his little robot thing, it's got the smiley face,
Yeah.
and then whenever it goes into kill mode, it switched over to like an angry face. I want that.
I mean, I want that too, but
But,
not really. Oh,
I
man.
want that jokingly. I don't want that Skynet. Please.
But it's funny what Jared just described, because as terrible as Terminator 3 was, it was probably the worst Terminator. That's the exact plot line for Terminator 3.
Yes.
That is incredibly terrifying.
let's be honest. What they're giving us is probably basically hand-me-down military-grade technology. Like, most of the stuff that we get is really just that. Like, not to sound, super conspiracy theory, whatever, but
That's not even that. No.
yeah, I mean, I feel like something like this, I guarantee you that there are probably military vehicles out there that have been doing this for years. We just don't know about it. And we're just now getting this stuff, and they're testing it with us just to see how stupid we can be. And I mean, you get a Tesla and you play fucking Jenga, or you're watching Harry Potter. I mean, we're not ready for this kind of technology yet, just because I feel like with social media and everything like that, we're fucking stupid. We're really fucking stupid. And like ease of access to this, and basically stuff that makes us lazier makes us dumber. So I think it's a bad idea, and I can see it going very wrong very quick.
So then, do you think that Pokemon Go is the counter-revolution to Skynet? Because people have to go outside now? It makes them less lazy. They actually have to work for it now.
But
It's
There's
like Nintendo already knew.
what if you were able to put your Pokemon Go on a Segway that could go for you, and you could program in Pokestops into it?
Well, given
Looking
that
at you, Nintendo.
given that the guy who made the Segway died on a Segway, probably the chances are pretty low.
I really think that you guys are thinking way too far into it, and I think that it would be more along the lines of somebody just spoofing GPS coordinates on a goddamn smartphone, rather than putting it on an automated vehicle to go to places. How about I just spoof GPS coordinates? That sounds a whole lot easier.
That's not even feasible.
Let's be honest here.
It would have to be on a fucking automated. Jared, help me out. Would it not have to be on an automated device that I would go out and do it for you?
And yes, it would. And the
See?
thing that I think that would be stupid about that, and why you could never have a car that you could program that stuff into, you could load up your car. Okay, NSA, I'm totally kidding here. You can load your vehicle up with explosives and put in an address and literally just send it. What's going to stop you from doing that? Nothing.
Other than the fact that that shit's all logged and you'll get caught instantly.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I could steal my neighbor's phone, fucking Bluetooth it into my car, type in coordinations, boom. Neighbor gets in trouble. I'm fine.
There's so many different ways to secure that shit. But then again, there's so many different ways to hack that shit. I mean, it's not going to be easy for the common person to do that. I'm not saying I'd be able to do it either.
Side people. Oh no.
I'm saying it's
Please
the
be
hackers.
politically correct.
It's anonymous. They're gonna do it.
Anonymous is that's gonna be the military wing of Anonymous. It's gonna be drones and Teslas.
Teslas.
For some reason, I actually don't feel that worried anymore.
We're all going to die, aren't we?
Just you.
You guys got anything more to say on the self-driving cars?
I think it's a stupid idea. I think it is a very, very stupid idea.
I mean, like, aside from the fact that, like, I think that the sci-fi ramifications are extremely high. The whole start of the Machine Crusades. I think that some people really fucking need it because they're terrible. But one of the guys who is in charge, there's an article about a guy who actually died during it, and he said that Mark Rosenkind argued that technology like autopilot should be twice as safe as the manual systems they replace, and I think that is 100% true. Because you can't have like this guy died watching a Harry Potter movie. Sure, he's dumb, and it says right on there whenever you start up your Tesla that you need to be awake and aware and prepared to take over at any given moment.
Sure.
Because they have another video where because of the snow, like the car just zooms off the road and attempts to avoid something that isn't there because they can't tell that the lines are there, and it just drives off. There's another video where even they had the regular lines there, and then the autopilot just decided to try to pass somebody when there was a car coming, and the guy had to swerve to avoid. So I mean, like, you can't. It's not at that point where it's 100% proof enough. It's not idiot proof yet. And I admit that I rue the day whenever it is, and I feel like we as a species will be way shittier for not being able to take control of our own actions. But at the same time, there are some people out there who are too fucking stupid.
I agree. I think there are way too many fucking bad drivers out there. And I think, this might sound selfish, but after it's been pretty much the norm, self-driving cars, my road rage will go down at least 95%.
Not me.
You road rage just road rage, though. You don't road rage because somebody sucks at driving.
I will probably be the guy that drives the Tesla that doesn't have a roof anymore, so that I can stand on it like a chariot with chains and shit, and I'm going to have like a big old mohawk, and I'm going to be throwing spears at the other Teslas.
This isn't Mad Max, and for some reason
No,
I don't
it's
think
gonna
that's
be.
going to happen.
Now it will.
How dare you question what Frank is going to be?
I really don't think that's going to happen.
Look, you know
Listen.
what? Don't tempt me, Frodo.
When all else fails, bet on Frank, and Frank's got my bet.
There you go,
Frank
Frank 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Don't you roll your eyes at me, you naysaying motherfucker.
Well, if you liked what you heard, please subscribe, comment, or rate our podcast. Do all
5
that
star.
good stuff. 5-star, yeah, please. And tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell everyone.
Tell everyone.
Tell it
Rate
from-
my mustache 5 stars at least.
Tell it from the rooftops.
Shout it from beyond. Wait, that means you died. Keep listening.
Well, I mean,
Please stay alive.
as long as you at least like it.
Please stay alive and keep listening.
Look, I don't want to have a seance to bring you guys back to give me 5 stars.
Oh my god. Alright, so
That's in a bad face.
thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next time. See you later.